Hey, what's going on, guys? So for today's video, we're going to do a greater rift on the patch 2.1 PTR. Now, just to quickly explain what a greater rift is, basically when you do a regular Nephilim rift, the Rift Guardian or Rift Boss will have a chance to drop a greater rift keystone. It looks like this right here. It'll be a level 1 greater rift keystone, and then what you do is you open a new rift with that keystone at the Nephilim obelisk, just like you're opening a regular rift. Then from there, you go in and do a level 1 greater rift, which will be extremely easy. Level 1s, the monsters aren't going to have much health, they're not going to be doing much damage to you, so you can do it very quickly. And the way the greater rifts work is you have 15 minutes to complete each greater rift. And if you complete it within that 15 minutes of allotted time, at the end, you'll be rewarded with another greater rift keystone with a higher level. And depending on how quickly you finish the rift you're doing will depend on how high you jump up in levels with the keystone. So just to give an example, if I do a greater rift at level 1 and say I do it in 5 minutes, the next keystone that I get when I complete that level 1 will probably be like a level 10 or level 11 greater rift keystone that will then open a level 11 rift. And so on and so forth. You know, if you do like the level 1 in 7 minutes, it's going to be, maybe like a level 7 rift. Basically, that's how it works. And then if you get to a point where you can't complete the rift in the 15 minutes of allotted time, then you start over. Then you're back to square one. You have to go get a new regular level 1 and then start from there. So just to give another example, this greater rift keystone, I started out at level 1, obviously. I think I jumped up to level 11 and then to level 16, then to 23, 29, and then 31 to get to this 31 keystone. Now, I haven't done a level 31 yet. We're going to do it right now. For the gameplay portion of the video, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my mic. We're going to run a Renho Flare Addling Toads build. It's the one that I posted on my YouTube a couple months back. I'm not going to go over the build or the gear too much. I will post a link to the build video in the description of this video. That way you guys have a reference point for that. But we're going to go do a level 31. I actually have not completed the 31 yet. Once you get to this point, it's extremely hard. About level 30 or so, it gets to be pretty difficult. It's much harder than a Torment 6 rift is, that's for sure. A couple other things. If you die in a greater rift, you start at the most recent checkpoint. You cannot revive at your body, at your corpse. And then another thing too is, for the most part, items are not supposed to drop except for off the Rift Guardian. This is so that you have you can completely focus on just doing the rift as quickly as possible to get onto the leaderboards, which I'll talk about after the rift. You will see items drop here and there. I don't know if that's intended to be like that at all or not. I've seen a couple legendaries even drop in greater rifts while I was running it, but most of the items drop off the Rift Guardian. I've seen even up to 4 legendaries drop off a Rift Guardian in a greater rift, which is pretty cool to see at once. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn my mic off for this, and hope you enjoy. Alright, so there you go, guys. We were able to do it with about little less than 2 minutes to go. Definitely we had 3 deaths, I believe. The first death was just me playing poorly. The second death was to reflect, which can happen pretty easily in higher rifts if you're not careful. And then the third one was to a kamikaze dude, which I could have definitely avoided it, but I couldn't really see him. I didn't realize he was in there. But we're able to do it, and let's go ahead and see where we placed on the leaderboard. So basically, after you do one of these, while you're in game, you can click on your profile and go to view leaderboards, and then from there, whatever you were just doing, so Solo Witch Doctor, public test, so you can see the entire everybody in the public test that's done any solo rifts, greater rifts. You can also check it by clan and friends if you'd like. And then we can go down and check it out and see exactly where we ranked. So let's see. So 31. So 82. So 82 at the moment, and I've got a level 32 greater rift key, which if I can even complete it, will bump us up to at least looks like 58 or so. Potentially higher depending how fast we could clear it, but yeah, man, there you go. It's pretty cool. I think that Blizzard has a pretty good framework for what they're trying to do here. It definitely needs some tuning, and over the coming months before 2.1 is actually released on live servers, I'm sure that it'll be tuned quite a bit. But it's very fun. It's challenging. I mean, you have to be careful. You will die very quickly, and I'm running double Unity right now, and that's still it's much harder than Torment 6 by far. Just real quick, I'll go ahead and show you the gear and the spec. So Renho Flare, running illusory boots. We've got the new depth diggers. Resource generators and signature spells deal 94% additional damage. These are pretty cool. I plan on making a few videos with these. Eucopian Serpent, Tall Man's Finger, Witching Hour. There's hardly any clickables in Greater Rifts, so Harrington Wasteguard is not very good in the Greater Rifts. Unity, Tasker and Theos, Augilds, Shoulders, Chest, and Bracers. Just a pretty standard Golden Gorget of Leoric, Mask of Jerem. And as far as the build goes, I actually have to get out of here before I can even show the build. Let me go ahead and grab these legendaries. Poured out. And again, you saw all the loot dropped off of the Rift Guardian there at the end. And here's the spec. Addling Toads for the CC, Gargantuan Wrathful Protector, Big Bad Voodoo Slam Dance, Piranha's Paranado, Spirit Walk Jaunt, Summon Zombie Dogs Burning Dogs with that Tall Man's Finger, Pierce the Veil, Fetish Sycophants, Grave Injustice, and Midnight Feast. With the change to the pets and how their hitboxes work and things like that, they don't block each other near as much. It seems like Gargantuan attacks a lot more now and actually does its job, which is nice. So it seems stacking Gargantuan damage and cooldown reduction is even better than it was before, and it was already good on live servers. So anyways, guys, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. I know this video is a little bit longer than my normal ones, but I wanted to showcase that. So there you go. I'll see you next time.